the 3 things you need to know as the clock hits 9 a.m. Earnings coming in hot. We've got results from General Electric and 3M, with 3M announcing job cuts as demand for products fell apart at the end of last year. We'll break it all down in just a few moments.
Plus, Sundar Pichai gets defensive. Alphabet's CEO pleading with staff to remain motivated despite announcing that executive bonuses could be cut.
And funding really was secured. Elon Musk reveals he could have taken Tesla private back in 2018. We'll bring you the highlights from day 2 of Musk's testimony in just a bit. But first, let's get a check on the markets on what is a very busy morning so far for earnings. We're seeing all 3 major indices in the red here. Dow down more than 150 points in the pre-market. But let's begin today with our top story. That is 3M. 3M is having a rough earnings day. The manufacturing giant missed on profit estimates and announced plans to slash 2,500 jobs, a major sign that layoffs are expanding beyond big tech. Very key point there as well. A lot of this layoff news has been confined to big cap tech names, of course, Amazon, Microsoft, etc. But this 3M quarter was a really comes following that Newell warning yesterday, I think, and we talked about a warning on the health of the consumer. Sales under pressure for 3M. Inflation remains high. That impacted profit margins for this business. And you have 3M coming out here with a pretty deep earnings warning to kick off the year, and also announcing 2,400 job cuts in the manufacturing sector. Yeah, growth for the company has really started to decelerate or even slow. And you look at this year over year and what the past few years have looked like there. I think what investors are going to be hoping or looking for in terms of more clarity is when some of that demand starts to return for 3M more broadly. Everything from your Post-it notes all the way to us using N95 masks or just masking up when we do see spikes in COVID. 3M is a part of that. And so within the demand category or the demand kind of acceleration, demand generation is going to be a big concept that I think a lot of investors are going to have to learn about, especially in any type of economic downturn or when you do see large orders start to pull back from some of the. When you see inflation in Post-its, you just write it in your hand, Julie. You just write it on your hand and keep it moving. There we go. Julie, I just tried to write my name on your hand.
Okay. Well, you need to show people what you're writing on your hand.
I'm trying. I tried to write Julie. I mean, that was my Post-it note take.
Couple points I want to make here. This is not a new problem for 3M, first of all, the demand slackening that we are seeing. In 2022, the company twice cut its full year profit and sales outlook. So this is something that's been ongoing. So that's the demand side. There's also some other issues, some other liabilities that 3M has been dealing with for a while here. Allegedly defective combat earplugs. Remember that case that the company has been undergoing. And then there are the PFAS, right? The forever chemicals that are in many of 3M's products. And that's what they've been dubbed forever chemicals because they last forever. They don't break down. We all have them in our bodies because of various products that we use and have access to.
Can I get rid of it? I don't want PFAS in me.
They're called forever chemicals for a reason. Anyway, the company does plan to stop producing them by the end of 2025 because it's come under pressure. But those are just a couple of sort of background issues as it faces these foreground issues of what's going on from an economic perspective and that slackening demand.
Also, one final red flag here, slowing in China, called out too, at top of the earnings release here for 3M. So it's not just a U.S. slowdown, also calling out weakness out of there.